Right, how we doing, guys? It's been a wild week. Things are crazy. It's a little interesting, but the great thing is the smoke is cleared out of the air. So, for me personally, that's super exciting. But I want to give a shout out. See who all we got tonight. And of course, we got Rosalind Kears at first. Woohoo! Way to go, girl. She at first on the list. It says happy Friday, Brittany. Good to see you, Britt. Thank the Lord. Yes, I agree. Thank God it's Friday. I was kind of wondering there for a while. It was getting scary, to say the least. Hello! Hello, Britt. Hello, Rose. And of course, why do I keep coming up? Okay, so obviously I've got a clone out there who's pretending to be me, who's wishing everybody a happy Friday. So, hi, me. Great to join us. The powdering of the shiny dome must be happening. Yes. How do we look? Are we shine? Yeah? I think we're good. I think we got that shine just balanced out correctly. So, if I get a shiny spot, let me know. I'll go do a little more powder. No earbuds. Yes, I'm playing with wireless earbuds. So instead of having the cord come around, I got these a while back, and I never could get them to work right. They either went in too far, and then it was real hard because I would talk, and I would hear that vibration. It's driving me nuts. It's like, there's got to be a way to get this to work. I'm technical enough. Come on. I got to get earbuds to work. I'm in crypto. Let's go. So I think I got it. I'll let you know how it goes, though. Oh, nice. Conor McCool says, epic new stuff. Actually, old stuff. I just never took the time to fix it. So, wow, man, I was commenting a lot, apparently. Okay. So, I'm in a mood. Uh-oh. Britt's in a mood. Well, Britt, we are probably going to fire your mood up because you know what? Tonight's content, or theme, is meaningful manipulation. Now, I didn't realize just how much those words triggered people until I started sharing it with community. I got some very interesting responses. They're like, wait, what? And then I realized that, you know what? I'm getting fired up about it. So we might have a fun debate. This could be a lot of fun. And perhaps the mindset I went into this theme with is not what everybody else sees or hears. So it's going to be pretty interesting how this goes. And great thing is we got a full house. It's going to be crazy fun. So first, I want to give you guys a little catch up on what's going on. Now, if you guys have been following my helium journey, I ordered you that I was upgrading my indoor hotspot and I was adding an outdoor hotspot. So if you want to find out how that performs, I will let you know here in about the next 3 to 5 days when I get the video done. Just barely got it set up. But I'm also going to show you how I made an 18-foot mast for $20 using EMT. So yeah, don't know how well it's going to work. It's a test. It could just fold over on me. But I'm going to have that video coming out here shortly. Now, also, if you guys have been mining the grass token, they just announced on Twitter, X, yesterday, I believe it was, the airdrop is incoming. Now, there was a lot of FUD running around that there wasn't going to be an airdrop, that grass was just a scam. Well, they're saying no. It is actually a project. There is going to be an airdrop here very soon. And on the very last bonus epoch, they're letting everybody install the desktop node. Now, if you decide to install the desktop node, they are giving you a 2x return for this last epoch. But I want to warn you guys, be careful what you install on your main computers. My recommendation, put it on a secondary computer. Put it on something that doesn't have your crypto wallets or anything like that. That way, if something does go wrong or it does compromise get compromised, your personal information does not get lost. So definitely check it out. But if you're already part of the Crank Network, great. Hop in your dashboard and you'll see that information there. If not, hit the link in the description down below. Get started with the grass. Because, hey, if we get free money, we get free money. So I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's see what... Yeah, those sound funky. See, in the immortal words of Limp Bizkit, it's just one of those days. Ooh, yes. And, hi, Ashley! How you doing, dear? Good to have you. And Britt says, yes, Angel, keep rolling. So, but we're going to change this around a little bit here, guys, because the first person I want to bring up here, of course, is Mr. Cyro here, if he's there. Let's go find out. Cyro, you there, buddy?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so real quick, we've been seeing a lot of things. Is there anything you want to tell us about what's going on in the crypto or financial world that maybe we need to be aware of to wrap up the last week of craziness?
I mean, aside from all the bank issues that have been happening all over the globe, right?
Right.
Stuff that I've been warning about for a while now. Now all the other big players are starting to talk about it too. And, hey, Ashley. So that's going on, of course. And, right on schedule since it's getting to be about that time of year. Now they're talking about Mpox as a new pandemic that's starting to spread. It's getting kind of out of hand in Africa right now. And there's been confirmed cases of it popping up in Sweden and several other countries as well. So, yay, we got another one of those going. A lot of
Just
market
what we need.
instability due to stuff that was recently revealed, between the Ukraine and the Russia war. All sorts of problems, basically.
It is a mess. But before we got into just craziness today, I want to know if there's any real high points we need to be aware of in the crypto world. Because, I'm seeing the PayPal stablecoins going crazy. Things are just nuts out there. But I didn't know if there's one particular point you really wanted to make before we rolled into it.
Well, I think it was Wisconsin, just picked up a whole bunch of BTC. They invested a chunk of their state's treasury, essentially, into the BlackRock BTC ETF. So you're seeing a lot of that happening politically as well. I know that the several, both sides, honestly, Republic and Democrat, have started addressing crypto significantly. It almost seems like the platform is starting to shift to that, which is a little bit weird.
Right.
We've even got senators now talking that, previously everyone thought were super anti-crypto. Now they're taking a positive stance towards it, having backdoor meetings with, people in the industry. I don't know.
It's getting wild, that's for sure. So, okay. Well, let's dive into the crazy rabbit hole that we're going to go down. And of course, to do that, we can't be alone here. So, as you know, mi casa is su casa. So kick your shoes by the door, pour yourself a drink. Better yet, make it two. Saw you got your drink handy?
Yes, I do.
All right, good man. Okay.
Halfway
Without further
gone.
ado. Halfway gone, all right. That's why I got two. Save me a trip. So, without further ado, let's get this party rolling. Now, of course, you can't have a party with just two amazingly studly guys like Cyril and I here. So we got to bring in some beautiful women. And of course, I got three hiding backstage. That's right. We got a third one today. Any guesses who our surprise guest is? Let me know in the comments, guys.
Can I guess?
No, you can't guess. But I want to know if anybody else can guess it. Now, of course, I go nowhere without supervision because I'm not allowed to be alone. And she doesn't let me out of the house alone. Right, Wild Angel?
Not if I can help it. Unless he sneaks out while I'm at work. And then we have issues. That's when I end up having to go bail his ass out or something.
Typically, yeah. That's about normal. How you doing
Hi,
today, Wild
everybody.
Angel?
How's it going?
Good.
Going good so far. How's your week been going?
Not bad.
Nice.
Just pretty mellow, almost boring.
Well, last week you couldn't breathe at all, so...
Last week, oh my God, it's amazing. I can take a deep breath and I'm good. So
That's good to hear. And no, Ashley, unfortunately, it's not Kelly yet, but I know Wild Angel has been talking to Kelly because we would like to get her in here one of these days. So,
yep,
yes.
I chat with her occasionally.
Okay, and so, of course, the partner in crime, Wild Angel, you're always getting in trouble with somebody who is always pinging off the walls, and that would be none other than Miss Smiley Girl. How you doing, Smiley?
I'm good. How are you? I'm the troublemaker tonight. Yay!
Yeah!
Cool.
Gotta pick on somebody. I mean, come on.
Okay, you can pick on me. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Rose. I see you saying hi.
So
Yay,
I gotta
Ashley!
catch up.
Ashley and I are friends now. That made my week. She
Yay.
befriended
Awesome.
me. Yeah.
I know I got her on
Yes.
my DMs too. In
Oh,
Discord.
good.
Yeah.
She's a sweetie.
There you go. Now, guys, if you want to find out where all the cool kids are hanging out, well, I don't know about the cool kids, but us crazy people, make sure to jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. Now, that is growing a lot. We're getting a lot of people in who are in different crypto projects or just wanting to learn and hang out and have fun with like-minded people. So definitely hop the Discord, get to talk to these amazing people and so many more. But
And you can
I think
always find Dreaming Dragon in there too.
Yes. And while we do that, I'm going to distract for a quick second and see if I can do this without screwing something up. I'm going to do entire screen and share. Okay, I'm going to have to do it later because I'm going to end up screwing something up. I know me. So we will ignore that for a second. We'll come back to that. And Britt says, oh my god, every time Smiley, your voice immediately invokes Care Bears and unicorns.
She does. Yeah.
She does. I agree. That is great. I love that. So, we have not gotten anybody to guess our special guest yet. So, Mr. Kier, would you like to give us a great introduction for our surprise guest tonight?
Sure. She's awesome. I love her very much. She's the one and only Rose. Drum roll, please.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Hello.
Hey, Rose, welcome. How you doing, dear?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, my dear. I was really thinking he would gonna play it up. It's like, all right, you will not believe this amazing, most beautiful, stupendous woman in the world, Miss Rosalind Kier.
I mean, hey, I was
Hey, we
surprised.
have-
I didn't know that I was a surprise guest.
I just twisted it. Gotta have some fun with it. So, now that I'm sorry?
I was gonna say she's the one surprised. That's the
Right?
surprise of the guest.
Yeah, she's a surprised guest.
Yes.
There you go. I like that. Ooh, it's going to be a twist on words tonight. Now, since we have you two together, because you guys have been doing some amazing things out there, talking specifically about Rose and Cyril. Now, real quick here, guys, you can talk to both of these amazing individuals and all of us in Down Home Crypto. But I want to share a little bit about what they've been doing and why this kind of goes hand in hand with the topic tonight. We'll get into that part later. But first and foremost is they are making the world a better place. And they're doing it in so many different ways. The first, as I hope many of you know, is Project Duck Depression. So Rose, you want to give us a crash course? What is Project Duck Depression and how does it help make the world a better place?
So, Project Duck Depression is our way of helping to raise awareness for depression and helping people who really, really need it. It just started as kind of a thing that my husband and I had fun doing every now and then the longer we did it, the more we saw the smiles on people's faces, and you know, it brought them joy and it brought us joy. So we wanted to share that with people.
That is so cool.
It is awesome. And yes, as you guys know, Project Duck Depression, I hold dearly in my heart. There's the right word. And they inspire me every single day. So as you guys, if you haven't seen it before, I have a whole row of ducks. That's how I stay positive. That's how I keep that good attitude. And on top of that, I remember it's all for the animals, for Karma Farm Sanctuary. Kelly, Alex, I love you guys. You are always here with me and always an inspiration. So, Cyril, you have been very busy also, my man. And I had the link and I lost it.
He did. I saw it on his screen.
Hold
You
on.
broke it.
I did.
That's why we can't have nice things.
I could go in my Discord and get it out of that one. I'm going to have to.
Wild Angel did the tagline for us for the night.
It's going to be one of those days. I thought I had everything going here.
Like you know, Bert was saying earlier, it's like the Limp Bizkit song says, it's just one of those days, you know?
Exactly, it is. Okay, Sai, help me out here, buddy. Shoot me the link to Mega Hash. The latest song, if you would.
Oh, the latest song? Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on a second. I forget. Which one? Say?
Yes.
I think it was Say, yes.
Okay. Oh, I almost
Say It Light Up the Dark.
delete forever instead.
Yes.
Hold on. You just want me to drop it in the back room?
Yeah, and I'll share it out there.
There you go.
Thank you. God. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't know how this is going to work with the new sounding, but, so a lot of you guys know that Cyril has been writing songs under the tag Mega Hash. Now, if you haven't and you've missed out on it, well, the great thing is the Down Home Crypto channel, we've got one dedicated to all the Mega Hash greatest hits. Now, Cyril, you're on what, your second album? Is that right? Or is this complete second?
Yeah, I'm working on the second one right now. I'm just finishing up the last song for it, and then I'll put it out to Spotify, and all those other various streaming outlets, I suppose.
Nice.
So that's almost done, which is cool. But of course, I put them all on YouTube and the playlist for that album. So I guess you guys get to hear it first. There you go.
Exactly. And if I could get it to pace, sorry, I'm having problems here. J-Steen, how you doing, buddy? And Chris says, music. And yeah, this song is it really inspired me. It hit home. And so as you can see in the comment section, yeah, literally I was the first one to comment on it, and yeah, it absolutely rocks. It's gonna sound like crap watching it on the live stream here, but I want to give you guys just
Yeah, so don't do that.
Don't do that. You want to just make them go out and listen to it?
Yeah, if they want to, great. If but I would hate for their first impression, because first impressions matter, to be of the way it sounds through the stream, because trust me, through the stream it sounds pretty bad.
Does it? Okay. To me, it sounds great, but I have no idea what it sounds like to you guys. So, no, thank you for that heads up there. So definitely go out, check out Mega Hash on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe, because Sai, you're releasing new songs every couple weeks?
Yeah, whenever the creative spurt hits, so to speak, I'll go through and do like a couple, like one each day, for a couple days, and then I'll not release anything for a month or so, and just off and on.
Okay. And hey, nothing wrong with that. I mean, sometimes you just got to do that. When the bug bites, you got to go after it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, here you guys go. This is, let me actually do this. That's the actual YouTube channel. The other one is directly to that song, Say. But there are a lot of great songs here. So definitely go out, like, subscribe, and check them out.
Oh,
Britt, sorry.
You're fine. I was just saying much appreciated.
I was just
Hope you
saying,
enjoy it.
Britt, you're really going to like this.
Yeah, it's good.
It is.
It's stuff good.
I completely agree. Yes, I did build your first computer. Wow, that just shows how old I am. It's been a while. So now, Sarah, you've been working on the background on something else as well. And I want to definitely point that out because I like to ask a lot of questions.
True.
Yeah. My father came to me, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, and he was like, wouldn't it be cool if we had like a little merch shop or something? Because he had an idea for some funny phrases and things like that. And so I was like, sure, I'll figure out how to make it work. And then I put the designs together, the site together, hooked it all up, got it all set up, and now it's good to go.
That is so cool.
Thanks. Yeah,
I didn't even know.
just been having fun with it, running some ads on Facebook and stuff, and it's been getting great click through. My ad spend has only been like 14 cents per click, and typically with ads it's anywhere from 22 to 40 cents per click. So,
Not bad.
Yeah.
And it's like crickets.
Oh, I'm mute. I was talking. Sorry.
We couldn't tell because you've got the pinned comment over top of your face, so we weren't sure what was going on. I figured you were trying to talk, but we're muted.
This is why we can't have nice things. Welcome to Friday, everybody. Yeah. This is why I can't be unsupervised. As my children say, this is why we can't have nice things. We have Dad. Have you seen him? Yeah, that's why. So let me ask you, it's still new, I know that, and you guys are just trying to get the ball rolling. Is there any kind of discount code or any kind of specials that you can alert us about or tell us about if somebody wants to buy 2 or 3 or 5 shirts or something, or can they work a deal with you?
I don't think it works that way. I would have to look into it. I know that there is a member reward system where you earn, like if you have the sign up for an account or whatnot, you can go through and you earn points.
Okay.
For every $1 you earn a point, and then you can redeem those points for money off on orders.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I like it. Okay, cool.
We have to discuss something like we maybe work out like a coupon or something for down home crypto community members or something. I think we could work something like that out.
Awesome. Well, hey, it never hurts to ask. And, sometimes people are like, yeah, but I don't want to offend. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to ask you. You can always tell me no. That's the great thing about the community is, we're open, honest, and direct. So, yeah, if you say, dude, seriously, come on, we just started. What's wrong with you? It's like, okay, sorry. Hey, I had to try.
Yeah. No, always ask because the answer is always going to be no if you don't ask the question, right?
Exactly. And so, speaking of not being allowed to have nice things and my children make fun of me all the time, we've got 2 more people backstage. I want to bring them on out here. And of course, that would be, let's bring them on up and let's get this party rolling. So, of course, it's never a party without Qrow. How you doing, Qrow?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hi, Qrow.
Awesome, my man.
Hey, everybody.
Qrow has landed.
Yes, the bird is here. The bird is here. Now, of course, he's got his partner in crime, his wingman, who keeps us all alive as we game, and you guys have seen it time and time again in the game chat in Discord. And that is Revenant. How you doing, Rev?
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm currently ripping apart my base and rebuilding it.
Ooh.
What?
He's pulling his base apart, not face. Base.
I don't like how it looks. So I'm messing with it.
Okay, I was getting a little worried. You're tearing your face apart. Like, wait a minute, you were born with that face. What are you doing?
God, no. Well, many people compliment me on my face. I might as well keep it.
I think you should.
That's the plan.
Exactly. And okay, that's because Smiley is okay. That makes more sense. Hi, Paris. I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I still talking?
I told you about that.
I'm the troublemaker tonight.
I love it. Yeah, but that was like 5 seconds ago. I forgot. That's what happens when you get old. You just lose your shit. Qrow, AKA the beard.
I forgot something as well that I was just reminded about. And a notable thing that just a real life example that actually happened today that tells you just how insolvent a lot of these banks are. I have a friend who went to his bank, and I'm not going to name the branch, but when he was there, he asked to withdraw $7,000, and they said, we can't do that. We can do 3.
What?
Oh.
$7,000, really? That's it?
They don't. Okay, ever since, and I know you've heard me say it before, I'll say it briefly, but ever since March 15th, 2020, they're not required to actually keep cash anymore to back the deposits, right? It's all just digital. So, gonna be fun.
Shit's getting crazy, man. It's
Well,
getting
there
crazy.
can't be on the bank if there's nothing to take out of the bank.
They still charge you on not having any of your money.
Oh, well, yeah. But I mean, we can't all go hitting the bank like in Miracle on 34th.
Yeah,
Well,
good point.
you sort of can. You sort of can actually, right? Because technically, every single dollar that you deny them reduces their earning potential by $9.90. Because they can create $9.90 out of every dollar that you deposit and then loan it out and earn money off those loans, right? They just delete the principal as the loans are paid back. What happens and what eventually causes a lot of market crashes is when more and more people can't pay the loans back on the money they made up, right? Because then that's writing a check with their ass or their mouth that their ass can't cash, essentially, and it just goes pop. So that's kind of where things are getting to right now, and there's a lot of factors at play that are going to cause it. So but you can get your money out, right? You can put it as USDC, right? That's a stable coin. It's back to the dollar, and you can move it quickly over to like gold or something if the dollar starts debasing. There's other ways that you can protect it. You can put it into assets, physical, etc. It's essentially something that you can sell easily, because that the more liquid it is, the better, right? In any kind of volatile situation. And yeah, exactly. Like 631NJ there says USDC earns 5.2% in CoinRock. I know just holding it in a Coinbase account is 5.2%. Yeah. Look at that.
So have cash handy because, yeah, if you go to the bank and you say, hey, I want to buy this used car for $5,000, they'll say, I'm sorry, check back in a week and maybe we'll get it to you. That's crazy.
I had that happen last time I tried to buy a car. They required like 2 levels of manager authorization, and they were gonna give me issues with it. I was like, look, no, dude, this is my money. I'm gonna go buy a car. And they started to ask for a bill of sale before they would do that. And I'm like, excuse me?
You need the cash to go buy the car.
Right.
Right. Why should they even give a shit? It's your money. Just give it to me. I don't care what I'm doing with it. I can go to the strip club.
About to call J.G. Wentworth. It's my money.
It's
and I
us
need
in
it.
cash now.
And down the rabbit hole we go. By the way, I want to give a shout out to BTK Radio because, buddy, I talked about earlier the new Grass desktop XX points return that's running right now. And so everybody knows, I did not find out about Grass on my own. BTK Radio let me know about it, and I shared it in Discord everywhere else. So everybody who's mining the Grass token, when you get your money, give BTK Radio a huge shout out because he's the one who started that ball rolling. So thank you, brother.
Go, Billy.
Oh, Benny. Okay. So did we cover all the prep stuff?
Yeah.
Wait, there was prep?
We kind of went down this rabbit hole, and I tripped in this pothole, and I broke that. Yeah, the usual shit that I always do.
Wait, you broke crap?
Exactly. All right. Okay, BTK, I'm glad your referrals are earning because, guys, if you are mining Grass token, whoever you referral, that does help boost you. Now, BTK referred me, so everything that I earn goes up to him. It helps out. So, just pass it down. Tell your friends about it. I mean, it's pretty easy to do. I'll have a video on that coming up probably in the next couple days, breaking it all down for you. Okay. Let's see. What haven't we covered that I'm supposed to cover?
The theme, the theme.
Wish making fairies.
Huh? What did he even say? I don't even know. Anyway, okay, so guys, tonight is a very interesting topic, and I didn't realize how much of a debate it started out as until I started passing it around to the community. It's like, hey guys, here is our theme, which is mindful. I'm sorry, no, that wasn't it. Not mindful.
Meaningful.
Thank you. Meaningful manipulation. And I think Smiley was the first one to come back and say, wait, what? It's like, oh God, what the hell did I do? So before we jump down this rabbit hole of craziness, I'm going to share with you the definitions that I looked up because I thought maybe I really screwed this up. And I could have. I could be totally off base here, but you know what? We're going to go down the rabbit hole, see where we end up with anyway. So when I looked up the first word, meaningful, okay, by the Oxford Leagues, it says having meaning. Meaningful elements in a language, making our lives richer and meaningful, having serious, important, or useful quality or purpose. So a lot of variations to it, a lot of different ways in which you can say that something is meaningful. So that was the first word. I figured, okay, that's a pretty straightforward one, something that's meaningful, helpful, whatever it is. Then I looked up the bad word, the manipulation. And phew, depending on where you look at it, it gets crazy. So if we go it straight up, manipulate. there's like 4 different definitions and the list just gets longer. So handle or control a tool or mechanism, typically a skillful manner. Alter, edit, or move on a computer, or text or data it's talking, examine or treat. Control or influence, cleverly, unfairly, or unscrupulously. Now, it doesn't say it has to be unscrupulous. It can say cleverly. So I think that's where a lot of things come into play as far as the word manipulate. So I'm curious, what do you guys think about the word manipulate? Does that one make you cringe, or is it just a way of changing things?
I think manipulation, by definition, is meaningful because manipulation has a purpose. whether it's cleverly done, it's skillfully done, scrupulously, unscrupulously. Manipulation is manipulation, and it has a purpose. People don't usually manipulate something without a reason. But yes, I agree with Britt. It definitely has a negative connotation because society has taught us that.
But does it have to be negative?
No.
I don't think it does, because it's the intent that comes behind it.
Right, okay.
Depends on the situation.
Okay.
That's all.
I'd agree with Qrow. It would depend on in what state manipulation is being used. That's the big thing. If it truly is a negative aspect or a subconscious positive aspect from what's happening. If that makes sense.
It does. And, that's the one thing I ran into when I put this out there. Everybody's like, manipulation, that's bad. And, yeah, like Britt says, no, it doesn't have to be negative, but people inherently suck. And you're right, they do. We as people, we suck. But I never realized what a strong reaction I would get from just throwing that word out there or even this theme. And so I wanted to run down the rabbit hole and see different ways that people are being manipulated. Why are they being manipulated? How are we personally manipulating people? And are we doing it in a meaningful or a nefarious way? Or, because I think it's happening every single day, all the way around us. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah.
What do you think up there, top row?
I would agree with that. Smiley.
Okay, I have issue with the word manipulation. Manipulation has a negative connotation. If you want to talk about a good influence, you're going to use the word influence or maybe even management. You're not going to use the word manipulation. My first reaction when Serenity said meaningful manipulation was extremely negative. I think he knows that I have an ex who is an actual diagnosed narcissist. And so manipulation, that just makes me cringe when I hear that word. And yes, I believe that there is manipulation happening all in my life by a variety of different people in the media and stuff. And so I don't think of it as a positive thing. I think of it always negative. That's my opinion.
Okay. And that's
Do you
fair.
think that might be a pull from past trauma with manipulation?
Absolutely. I have manipulation from multiple people and trauma from my life. Yes. So I hate the word. I will not use it.
Fair enough.
And I can respect that. And that's okay. Some words, there are words in the language that set different people off, whether it has to do with gender or race or religion or trauma from the past, things like that. And so please understand, Smiley, this is in no way meant to be traumatic or saying that your trauma is not real. Never would I ever say that you are not valid in your feelings.
I know, sir.
So,
but you asked my opinion, and that was my opinion.
Right. Good. And I want you to share it. And I love the fact you're sharing it with passion. And, looking up the concept of manipulation, I mean, me as an electrician, I manipulate wires constantly to go around corners, do different things. And a lot of things are skillfully done. And yes, there are much better words. But I'm kind of curious, why did our society put the word manipulation in such a negative light? Do you think that's the way it was used, or are we being programmed that way?
I think it's programming. You get enough people that have traumas from being manipulated, then people growing up, it's going to get passed down. It trains the next generation that manipulation is a negative thing and never a positive thing if it's never been come across like that.
Right.
And when Serenity and I were talking about this, manipulating a thing, like he manipulates wire, an artist can manipulate clay, manipulating things versus manipulating people and events, I think really changes that connotation. That kind of manipulation, like on the screen, is seen in a positive way. Manipulating clay to make a gorgeous piece of art. Okay, great. But when you talk about peer pressure is a form of manipulation. And peer pressure can, not always, lead to a lot of negative things. Drug use, drinking, suicide, all these other things that peer pressure can create because it manipulates the environment and the situation that these people are in. And so what gets attention is the negative manipulations. That's what gets the attention. So therefore we hear about it more, rather than manipulating people to do good things. You don't hear a lot about that. You do hear a lot about the negative manipulations. So society has created the negative connotation. The word itself didn't. Society did.
Well, yeah, because when you look at the etymology of the word manipulation, right, its first real use kind of popped up in 1730, which came from the words manipule, which means like a handful, and the Latin manipulus, which is handful, sheaf, bundle, from the word manus, meaning hand, right? So it started as, kind of like to manipulate by, to handle skillfully by hand, etc., and then didn't really pop up as to manage by mental influence, especially for one's own purpose, until 1864. So over 100 years later. And that originally came from the word manipulable, which was meant as capable of being manipulated. And from there, now we just have the word manipulation to essentially means people who are out there trying to manipulate people for their own intents and purposes, right? And that's the way language grows and changes. Words can start off meaning one thing, but they can become the meaning for something else over time. So I don't know as if it's necessarily just people having their own connotations towards a word, and in more of the fact the word has changed its definition over time. Yes, it used to have that old meaning, but this is primarily what it's used for now.
Right. Think of it this way. I think of Serenity as a mentor to me, and I run around saying how awesome he is. He coaches me, he guides me, he influences me. But dude, if I ran around saying Serenity manipulates me, do you know the reaction I would get? They would be like, what? That's not right.
But to kind of add to that, if you want to get down to the details and boil it down to what it is, he is very manipulative. Very
Not
much
to
so.
Me? Really?
No, he is. Yeah, you won't notice it because it's the conclusion
Subtle.
you get to. It's subtle. It's like every time, for instance, I haven't switched my phone over to the mobile, and he will sit there and just be like, "Hey, you should really do this," or he'll sit there and talk about it and purposely talk about it while I'm in the room with him. Maybe not to me, but he's talking about it. He's trying to get that in my head I need to do this. But that's meaningful because it's something that would benefit me. So I don't see it. I don't see it as a negative thing, and I don't notice it because it's helping me.
And Britt says it means shape or form. I agree, Britt. And that's the way I look at it. And Britt, you probably deal with these kind of situations, and I'm sure we all have. So let me ask you guys. When you have a friend, a family member, somebody you care about, and they're in a dark place, they're in a hole. I mean, life sucks. Everything sucks. There is absolutely no daylight to be seen. They're pitch blackness. Can you just go in and smile, give them a hug, say, hey, I love you. It's going to get better. How are you going to get reacted by that? Me personally, I get a lot of hostility. I get a lot of bullshit. Ain't going to happen. Fuck you. Hate everything. So I actually have to find a way to manipulate them to start to see something other than blackness. Because if I go straight at it and just be honest, like, hey, it's not as bad as you think. It's going to get better. Trust me. I got your back. We can do this. They're hopeless. They're already in that pitch black spot. So I have to find different ways to inspire, to motivate, to try to help them pick themselves up and realize that it's not hopeless. But if I go, and we lost somebody. Bye, Rose. And so I found myself, and I had to be honest with myself, like, yeah, I'm kind of doing a roundabout tap dance, like Qrow was saying, but it's for a good cause. It's meaningful. It's to help. So, yeah, like Britt's saying, you can positively shape. I totally agree. I think it can be. The sad part is that word manipulation, it has such a negative connotation. And I agree, Smiley. It really does. And as soon as I hear it, man, my blood boils. I'm like, wait, you're manipulating me? And so it's interesting. I wanted to find out what people do, how they deal with it, and how do we manipulate in a positive way? And that's where the meaningfulness comes in. So how do we meaningfully manipulate our world around us every day?
What about interventions? For someone who has alcoholism or drug abuse, what is an intervention besides just being upfront manipulation? Hey, what you're doing is wrong. You need to change it, and you're having enough people there to convince someone that this is wrong. That's just manipulation. You are convincing someone this is the way it should be. You want to get down into, like you said, the definition of manipulation. That's all it is.
I like Britt's response. We say encourage.
Right.
It's
more socially acceptable.
It is. And it encouraging somebody has a very positive aspect to it. It sounds positive. Rather than you're just trying to change the way they think or do, or yeah, no. Sure, let's do it this way.
So then I feel like that brings up a interesting question. You say encourage. It's a better form of it. Is it that we know the word manipulation has such a negative meaning to it? Or is it because what you've experienced via the word manipulation has been so negative, you say it's harsh? Because I've done art. I've done paint. I've manipulated colors so it makes a picture. And I don't see it as such a negative word unless it's specifically used in a negative way. So my question is it a deeper root than just a simple word? Like, has people manipulated you and you think back to them and you go, that's true manipulation. And that just kind of puts a harsh kind of barb around the word, which causes you to use something else.
Well, and then you've got here, we're also mixing, you say you've manipulated color and that kind of thing. That's a thing versus manipulating people. Manipulating a thing, a lot of people don't see that as a negative thing. Because like color or clay to make a sculpture or something, those aren't really a negative thing. But when you talk about manipulating people, that's where I think it really gets muddy and has that negative feeling to it. Not so much things, but people. Our dog manipulates us, for crying out loud. She knows just how to flip her ears and look at us so cute to get a cookie. She has us trained and manipulates us all day, every day. And so, yeah, she's got us trained.
And Britt makes a good point. You could say you encouraged the paint, you blended, you mixed, you altered, any way you put it. But now, Britt, I'm really glad you're here because, especially with your career field, psychology, in some ways, don't they teach you to manipulate people to think beyond their limitations or to open their minds? Or how do you guys refer to that in psychology role?
We just
they're
need
going to
to
spill
put
so
it
many
up here
secrets.
on screen.
It is new. She's welcome to join up. Anybody is. You guys are always welcome. Sai, you alive up there?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Okay.
Sorry. Rose was telling me her computer disconnected from the Wi-Fi, and so I was trying to help her troubleshoot. But I think she's gonna go do something with Lily at the moment. So
Okay. Cool. And so that was a very, I wouldn't say manipulated, but that was a roundabout way to asking, is everything in your house okay? Because Rose dropped off. And so I was concerned, but instead of pointing it out, I wanted to ask gently. So I think we do a lot of things in human nature very subtly without even realizing it versus coming out and say, hey, what's up? Where'd Rose go? That could be very offensive. And so you start thinking about, how do we deal with people? Do we manipulate? Do we nudge them? Do we encourage them? Do we try to persuade them? I mean, there's all these different words that have so many different meanings. Even trash pandas are cute. What? I missed something. Okay. Yes, pandas are cute.
I don't think having tact is considered manipulation.
Right. No. But you think about it. There's so many things. It gets muddled in society. We use words. Some are good. Some are bad. And Smile Lake, you're saying encourage. That's a great word. But yet, if you're encouraging someone to see the daylight and they're in pitch black and they simply won't listen, if you have to manipulate them to see the daylight for positive outcome, is it kind of the same thing? And so it's interesting how we all perceive things differently.
Why do you want them to see the daylight? Is it for you or for them?
Ah, that's a good question.
Maybe they need to sit with their wagon.
Right?
What does that mean?
Right?
It's the movie Inside Out. It's the emotions are little critters or little people, or they're caricatures. But one of them, his wagon got broken, or he lost his wagon. It's something to do with a wagon. I can't remember exactly what, but he was very sad. And everybody was trying to cheer him up and get him to do other things and not think about it and not worry about it. And then sadness came up and just sat with him. And so hence we have a phrase in our house, sitting with your wagon. Because sometimes you just have to sit with that emotion and experience it before you're capable of processing through it or moving on.
Right. And it's funny because in our culture, we're so quick to you got to move on. You can't feel that for very long. I mean, think of other cultures where they mourn their loved ones for a long time. But here, the society says that you have to have that funeral and move on and get on with your life. And it's not that easy.
Right. And it's different how the cultures change. And so Britt answered the question, says, so psychiatrists don't manipulate. We prescribe medication or non-pharmaceutical mechanisms. We deal with the psychological symptoms, but I think you could say both psychs treat a patient. Okay. And positive
Speaking of
manipulation
manipulating
could be...
for a cookie.
And positive manipulation could be a part of that. So interesting. So okay, so let's take out the maybe we remove the word manipulation, but when you have a friend, a family member, somebody who's kind of down, what is the best way you guys found to approach them? Do you just come at them with a ray of sunshine, like, smile, it's going to be better tomorrow? Or what has been the best way for you to make that connection and help somebody up out of a dark place?
It depends on the person, in my opinion.
Services.
Yeah, you gotta feel out what kind of mood they're in, right? Like, are they in a I'm looking for answers and solutions, or are they just wanting someone to vent to and listen, right? You gotta kind of feel that out. Sometimes it's easier to skip the whole feeling it out, and when you see they're in a bad day, be like, do you want me to sit with you? Do you need your own space? Do you want to vent, or would you like some advice? And just, it's honestly better to go that route anyway. But so often we think we know what someone else wants best, and try to, feel out the approach instead.
Exactly. And I know I'm guilty of that. I'm like, hey, one of the big things with music, and you guys know I love music. I live by it. That's one of my love languages. And I'll say, hey, you've got to listen to this song. And I have them listen to it, and they're like, okay, that was a good song. And I'm like, really? You didn't connect like I did? And Sly, like you're talking, a lot of us, we think we know better. We think we've got the script in our head, and they're going to play along. It's like, yeah, if I do this, they're going to say this, and then we're going to do this, and they're going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. All is good. And it doesn't go that way. And what do? We get angry because we tried to manipulate them to our script. We wanted them to read this paper, and they didn't. Why did they do something different? It's weird.
Sometimes it's just, hey, I see you're having a tough time. Is there anything I can help with? And then it's up to them to let me know what they need.
Right.
Because everybody has to advocate for themselves at some point. And if I failed psychic sharing in kindergarten, and so I need people to tell me what they need from me. So
Your
I
psychic
find
sharing?
asking, yeah.
I guess so.
I failed psychic sharing, so I don't know what other people need unless they ask me or let me know.
I thought the whole part of kindergarten was to eat crayons. And I messed up.
I think I was in the crayon eating station instead of the psychic sharing station when I was supposed to be there. I skipped stations.
You want to eat
I
more
went straight
crayons?
to crayons. Right.
The purple ones are the best.
I love it. So, wow, I just hit a brick wall. I don't know what it was.
Crayons.
I got excited about crayons, okay? It screwed me up.
He likes the green ones.
I do.
Well,
Blue
it's all
cheese
the wax.
tastes just like...
It's all the wax from the crayons fogging up your brain tubes from you stuffing them up your nose as a kid.
Uh-huh. Wait, we're supposed to stop doing that as an adult? Oh, shit, nobody told me. Damn it. Okay, they're going to take my crayons away.
I was going to say, if I ever go to your house, I'm not using the crayons.
There are no crayons. I ate them all.
Ew.
Can't
Don't
confirm
get me
there are no
anymore.
crayons.
Why do you think I hide my color pencils?
You got pencils? Ooh.
See?
So, okay, so let me ask you guys. Now, we all get those days when we're just off, when we're things aren't meshing. Maybe we just feel hostile or depressed or sad or things like that. Do you have certain tricks that you utilize on yourself? Because you can't ask yourself, hey, okay, Jim, what do you need today to be happy? It's like, I don't know, I'm angry, leave me alone. I find I have to manipulate myself. And I know it's like, okay, I know that if I do this or listen to this song or watch this or take an app, if I do these different things, I can manipulate my own brain into getting back on track. And literally, I'm playing a mind game with myself. If that ain't manipulation, I don't know what is. But I'm curious, do you guys have to go through that same thing, or am I just crazy?
Well, the reason why you have to go through that, Serenity, is because your brain does not give you oxytocin after you complete a task. So you don't get the happy feeling of accomplishment after completing a task that others may and typically do. And that's why they're able to self-motivate to do those sorts of things. And they don't have to go through mental gymnastics in order to be able to do so. But I get it, because my brain is the same way.
Okay, so we are a little bit different. And Britt says, I unhealthy, shove it in a box. Okay, it's got to be a pretty big box by now, Britt. You're getting up there, girl.
I have
I'm
my
saying you're
bento boxes.
Yeah, she has her shit organized in crazy. Don't ask me. And Paris says, get in the shower and wash it away. Man, Paris, I agree. Water is my biggest thing. I mean, I shower or bathe at least twice a day. And if I'm just having an off day, I will go in the bathroom, lock the door, fill up the tub, and sit there and watch a movie. Literally, I'm like, no, leave me alone. It's not safe. Rooster.
Sorry,
that
that
was
my
Rev.
walk off work. But I don't work today, so we're good.
Oh, perfect. Brett says I have a mental breakdown about 2 times a year. That's pretty good. I was thinking like 2 times a week for me, but that...
Is that like cleaning out the garage, Britt? You got to break down twice a year just to clean it out.
Wait, we're supposed to clean the garage? That's going to take at least a year to do.
I know, especially
Well-
the garage.
People are like dump trucks. You can only fit so much crap in the back before it starts spilling over the side. So if you don't dump it out every now and then, what are you really doing? You're just messing up the road for all the cars behind you, aka your kids.
I just keep building supports on the sides.
There's a reason there's a compactor. Just squish it all down and you can put more in. It's fine.
Yeah, but matter density critical, there's a level there until eventually it just becomes a black hole and swallows everything up in your life.
Suddenly get a second truck.
It's not even by the black hole, dude.
We have containment stuff for that. Probably.
Away it goes. And it's interesting how we all look at things differently. The trauma stuff like that. And Seeper said, "Wait, we stopped take breaks during breakdowns? Wait, we take breaks? No, I thought it was just life was one long breakdown, isn't it?" And see, Celia's water soothing. I need a clean house, hot bath, and fringe marathon to decompress. I'm good with that. Okay. I'm losing the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm running through. Screaming in a pillow is great. I kind of like punching the pillow myself. It's like, a little hostile anger management. Dump trucks. I like that. Slide that is a good one. That's right. Everybody remember that. You heard it here first. It's going to come out, Tom, sometime if you just want to get famous. So, Smiley, you have those days too. And so, what are your tricks to deal with it and get back on track?
I dance a lot, and then if that doesn't work, I message you.
Perfect!
So what are the two things we can legally dump on the road?
Water and chicken feathers.
Huh?
Yes.
Chicken feathers.
All you're missing is the tar.
Right. Why chicken feathers?
I don't know. I guess they decided it was too difficult to keep them from flying all over on the road all the time. And so you're legally allowed to, release them and leave them on the road, but nothing else.
Oh, due to transportation of chickens from warehouse to slaughterhouse. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd find them. They'd have to clean them up. It's like, you have to clean up all these feathers. You're getting a ticket. Yeah, no. That takes out the guys that have the money.
We could fix that as a law. We simply need to gather enough chicken feathers and dump them in the middle of I-95. And I'm sure the law would be fixed pretty quick when they realized they couldn't prosecute us for it.
Right?
Or you just get a really big burlap sack and then just put the chicken in that and call it a day.
So I was traveling back from work, and my boss had filled his car with, I think it was geese. Someone had hunted geese, and we had filled his car with these geese. And we laid down plastic, and we had his whole back seat filled up, and we're cruising down the road. And to put in context, my boss smokes cigarettes. So we're going down the side of the road, and all of a sudden, I see him hit that window button to smoke his cigarette. And all of a sudden, whoosh. I had to roll my window down so we get the feathers out so we could see.
That does not surprise me one bit, knowing your boss.
No, I was waiting for a smoked goose story. I'm like, yeah, and then I threw the cigarette butt out, and it caught the goose in the back. I'm like, now we have smoked
What
goose
I was thinking.
and feathers going down the road.
That's one hell of a grill, I tell you what.
That's where I thought it was going too, so.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm not the only
You're
crazy
not
one.
the only one.
Perfect. And so, Wild Angel, what do you do to try to break free of those situations when you're down there or things are looking black? Okay, you do that all the time. What else do you do? You got to have a trick. I'm curious.
I really have to tell myself a lot of times to not take things so personally. And that I try to ask myself, is this really going to matter in 5 years? Because 99% of what happens on a daily basis that really sets me off or gets me down. And yes, chocolate is great. Oh, she has to eat food.
Right.
Have a good night,
she's leaving.
Britt.
Bye, Britt. Love you. Thank you for stopping in.
Bye.
Thought you'd
He's
enjoy
gonna
this
go
one.
eat chicken.
Hi, Britt. No, it's geese. Remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Without the feathers, hopefully. Take the feathers off first.
Hopefully, it sucked just taking a bite. So, oh, feathers.
Right.
This chicken is awfully fluffy.
But I just have to remember most of what happens isn't going to really matter in 5 or 10 years. And do I really care what this person thinks? Is it one of the very few people in my life that I give a fuck about and what they think? There are very few of those. So I just have to remember that and go from there.
And that's a good point. I mean, I still think back of shit I did in school, and I said or did the wrong thing, and it was embarrassing. Every once in a while, out of the blue, from 30 years ago, I'm like, oh man, I don't believe I said that. What if I run into them on the street? It's like, I have to remind myself, do you really think they remember you or give a shit about what was said or done? Does it really matter? No, let it go. Be like Elsa.
Oh my god. I can't believe you just said that.
He says it all the time.
I know, and I
You're
have
like
the same
Olaf and
reaction
melt
every
away.
time.
I wish I didn't start singing the song.
Shit.
Oh, feel
So,
free to
Qrow.
sing it. There's a copyright.
So, now you're a younger generation. Now, I'm not sure if that changes or not. What kind of tricks or strategies do you use, or do you even have to get over a situation like that?
Isolation.
Really?
That was quick.
Because it's honest. I've known this about myself. If I go out, like if I hop on gaming with you and I try to do that while I'm in that kind of mode, you've seen it. I get very, very, very hostile. It is safer for me, safer for everyone else if I isolate and I sit there with a book or I watch a movie or I find some form of activity, but most of the time I'm by myself with my own mind, which is dangerous, but
Yep. That's what I do too.
Got to sit with the wagon. Just get through it. And I'm the same way. I think I've talked to all of you at some point. I was like, no, I'm going to go leave myself alone. And you can ask Wild Angel. When I'm in the bathroom and the door's closed, you walk in, I'm like, what do you want? And they're like, okay, one of those days. Goodbye. That's it.
If he is in the bathroom with the door shut and in the tub, we know. We don't even have to ask. We don't have to even say hello to find out. It radiates through the bathroom door.
Just pray he doesn't know you're there.
Breathe quietly.
Right? And sneak away very softly.
Wow. Everybody thinks I'm such this nice, sweet, loving person. I've got the black side. And, I've always said that the yin and the yang, the universal balance, you can only be as light as you can dark. And I thoroughly believe that because I know I can be very light and positive. And you guys see that, a lot of that. But I know I can be very, very dark as well. And some of you have seen that too. And I'm sad to say, but I think there has to be a balance in people. And so I'd say even if you feel like you're trapped in the blackness or the world's horrible, you hate life, find a way to break free from it. Use a different tactic, a trick, whatever you can to try to help yourself. Because in the end, you are responsible for your own happiness. And we've talked about that several times.
Yep.
So, Rev, your turn, man. What's your tricks?
It's difficult to really properly break down, but the biggest thing is what is going on at the time for me. I was just people are being, rude and just up on their high horse and stuff. It's just put in headphones, blast music, and ignore them. But if it's a wave of essentially depression, where it's just I feel so down and just awful. Usually just listen to sad music, for me at least, and it makes me cry. It helps me, kind of like with how you were talking in the bath. it's not quite water, salty water. But anyways, it gets me to that point where I just get fed up with myself for being so down and negative. And I have a specific playlist that is mixing with a lot of sad songs and 3 or 4 very positive emotional songs, like positive upbeat. And whenever it comes to that, my brain subconsciously swaps itself around. So it's like, hey, there's so much better things. Like a couple days ago, I was listening to, I think it was Bruno Mars' Grenade. I can't think of it. Wired for Worthless by Citizen Soldier. Would Anyone Care by Citizen Soldier. And then the next one was Brilliant. And it's sad, 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 positive. And between those 3, I really kind of dive in subconsciously and start thinking about, who cares about me and stuff. And, would anything really matter? And then about the 3rd song in, it's like, there's still so much that I'm good for. I'm young. I so much life left in me. There's people that really care about me and that'll do anything for me. If I'm in a very bad situation, it's like, hey, I need you. Laws will be broken for them to get there. Like, it's that kind of mental road for me of like, how much importance do I have in this world? What would change if I was gone? How many people would I hurt if I took off? How many people truly care? And that number is a lot. Can't list everybody, but it's 50s, 60s of just random people that I've met and people that I hang out with. And that positive song at the end really kicks me up, saying, yeah, there's so much here. I can't sit here and be sad all day. I gotta find the positives always. And then that gets me my motivation back, and that's what helps me get through my days.
I like it. Okay. And that makes sense. And Paris says, you have to love the dark to love the light. Paris, I agree with you, man. I totally agree. And there's a lot of my dark I'm not proud of, but I love it and I respect it. And that lets me truly enjoy the light. And so I think it's a great balance. So I agree with you totally, Paris. And, Rev, I'm kind of curious. I'm relating what you were saying to like what Cyril was saying about the dump truck. Do you think that literally when you're playing those sad songs, you're in the back of your dump truck, just taking a shovel and starting to just break all the clumps and the things loose? Then when you play the light, it's like, okay, now it's just dumping it out, a light load, ready to go.
Yeah, because for me, it's I hold on to things and I don't really take the time to kind of vent and reset myself. So when I'm listening to those sad songs, I usually just start crying. There's been times at work where I've done it. Tony's like, "Are you okay?" I told him, "I'm having a breakdown. Just leave me be. I'll be all right." And it lets me kind of reset my mental state, where it's if you have a soda and you open it, woohoo, you have a soda. But if you take it, you throw down a flight of stairs and it doesn't explode and it's still closed. When you go to open it, it's gonna erupt. And that's very much like me. The can is always being shaken. It'll never stop. Trick is I need to find a point where I can reset it, where I can open the can, let everything out, and then I'll be okay. It's just kind of my mental process, and I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody. Don't try and do what I do, because it may make it worse, but that's just kind of how I get through things. And it's really weird, because there's some people like you, it's like, hey, go take a bath, Qrow, read a book, watch something, get your mind off it. I love to sit there and really dive into whatever is happening at that moment. And that kind of opens up my third eye of like, why am I feeling this bad? What's going on? How can I fix it?
Okay. And so, yeah, that makes sense. And it goes a lot back to what Cyril was saying on that. And I think you pointed out something really good there. And I think that's what a lot of us do, whether we realize it or not. We're digging for the why. What is it? And then we have to kind of assess, is it really as important as we think it is? Am I reacting, for a reason? Somebody cuts me off in traffic, I get angry. Why am I angry? Why am I giving them this much control? And sometimes we have to stop and really process that, digest. It's like, wait a minute, fuck that. I don't want to deal with that crap, and cut it loose. So, no, I like that. That's really impressive. So, Sai, I know you kind of touched on yours where you go a little more isolation to what Qrow did. Is there anything else you wanted to add to yours that might help somebody else if they're in those dark places?
Well, I mean, ultimately, it's all going to be down to each individual person, what works for them, right? But yeah, I tend to need to be by myself to recharge, right? And if I don't have, my silent time basically every evening, it can be tough to wind down and feel rested at the end of the day. So,
got it. And
I
so,
have
yeah,
to have
like I
my
said,
books
right,
at night.
right, your unwind decompress time.
Mhm.
Yep. And so, like I said, everybody's going to find their own way, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe us sharing our insights, our experiences, and getting these different perceptions will help somebody out there who's either watching this live or is going to watch the rerun. And everybody who's watching this, if you have something that we haven't covered tonight, throw it in the comment there. I'd love to share it because this information might help somebody else who is struggling with situation. That's what we're all about, helping each other. And sometimes it's talking about the topics nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about their anger issues or the fact they have to empty their dump truck and bullshit because it's just built up to the point you're going to kill somebody. We all get there. This happens to all of us. Nobody is immune from it. We all experience the darkness. We all feel alone. We all feel not good enough or not pretty enough, not enough hair. Take your pick. But at the same time, I think each of us up here, and that's what I love about our team and our family here, is that every one of us inspires goodness in others. Sai, you've got Mega Hash, and some of those songs are absolutely soul-moving, man. They are amazing. I love them.
thanks.
Absolutely. Smiley, you are a ray of sunshine every single day. And I know that even if I'm having a rough day, I can go, Smiley, how's your day going? And just chatting with you for a few minutes can help in so many ways. Whether you're having a good day or not, it really helps me because I can get that connection. And so you're always bringing rain and sunshine. Absolutely, dear. Loud Angel, you're just amazing. I love you to death, and you make the cutest fuzzy critters. And yeah, I cannot help but not be happy. Why? Because I have my supervisor here.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's his glasses holder, actually. Glasses sit on his nose, so he quit losing his glasses.
Oh, cool.
That's when he's looking
He's
cool
still
going out for the
losing
night. I still lose him constantly.
He does.
So yes, this is one of the many Wild Angel creation guys. Literally, there you go. There's a pair of glasses on him.
Wow.
But he sits on my monitor right above me and supervises me. So, I mean, between my ducks from Project Duck Depression, between my Karma Farm Sanctuary sticker, between my supervisor up there, talking to all of you guys, listening to Mega Hash music. I mean, I have so many amazing things in my life. So even when it does go to black, I find the things and surround myself with positivity. That's what we're all about here. Qrow, my man, you are always a good light, except for when you're not and you're dark. It's like, man, I don't get to game with Qrow. It kind of screws my night up. I'm not going to lie, but I understand you got to have that time to decompress. And, I love having that fun with you. And that's kind of weird because we have such an age difference between us, yet I respect you more than most of the people I know my age. Literally, because you're just amazing. And Rev, man, you're like a mini-me of awesomeness. I just love you to death. And yes, by the way, we got to go dig that hole later. And we got the alibi covered. We're good.
Oh.
Who
well, that's
died?
okay. What death? No, no one said anything about that. Where'd you get that?
It's missing persons. There was never a body.
Gotcha.
Just a missing person.
Missing person? No. We just have to go dig a trench. That's it. Just a little bit of plumbing work for sprinklers. It's fine.
For those who
Well,
don't
that's
know,
like 6 foot wide.
if you die in the forest, it's called death by exposure. Sure, there's 10 stab wounds, but, he's in the forest.
It was accidental. And
Man, those branches are sharp, I tell you what.
He fell down a few times.
intentionally. But that kind of concludes our theme for tonight. The biggest thing, guys, I want to talk about is that whatever words you use to describe it, whatever situation you're in, think about the positivity. And if you can't get out of the blackness, you know what? Find a way. Take the time, sit with your wagon, isolate yourself, listen to music, dance, take a bath. Whatever it is, find a way to get through it. And if you feel absolutely hopeless and you cannot get out of it, hey, reach out to one of us. I guarantee that one of us will absolutely find a way to either just sit with you and help you get through it, or we're going to send you little ducks. We're going to dance with you. We're going to tell you bad jokes. We're going to rock out to music. Whatever we can do, we're going to help you out. That's what Down Home Crypto is all about. It's a family of making sure that every one of us makes it through the day is the best way we can. Some days are harder than others. Biggest thing is you're never alone.
Disturbed. Sometimes the darkness can show you the light. I know I screwed that lyric line up, but
Yes. The song is called The Light. If you haven't heard it, definitely listen to it. Absolutely amazing song. But now we have to delve into the darkness, the scary, the unknown, because it is time to go questing with Qrow.
Yay!
Woohoo!
All right, everybody.
Now, unfortunately, one of our adventures seems to be missing, and we have a new adventure. So, Master Qrow, take it away, my man.
All right. So, where we left off last time, you guys had just reached the town where the Dragon's Keep is, like, just over yonder, just a little bit. You all rested there that night. Duel over here heard some really weird whooshing noises all through the night. Oh, he's gotta get his helmet. You guys remembered that you guys had the coins. You guys just rested and woke up for the night and were having a meal when you guys heard a dragon roar.
Yay!
So, just so everyone's on the same thing, Rev, I did generate a character sheet for you. Your character is Qrow, a tiefling warlock. That's pretty much your character, so kind of let you look at this for a second and start adventuring. So, you all are sitting there having your meal, and over to your right, there's a tiefling you've never seen before. Like this purplish kind of skin. And he's also just sitting there, and he seems to be minding his own business. And adventure's yours, guys. What are you guys doing?
I'm eating my
What the hell is
breakfast. Because we had the breakfast from when we paid the innkeep guy, right? Came with
Correct.
breakfast. So I'm sitting here eating my breakfast.
Nice. So your breakfast is freaking amazing. It tastes delicious. It is everything you could hope for.
Perfect.
when do we get to go look at dragons? Dragons
Whenever
are
you-
cool. I want to go see dragons.
I want a pink
Hey.
one.
I want to know who the hell the dude over there on the side is. He's been sitting there staring at us. I'm gonna go walk over and talk to this guy. Like, dude, hey, what are you doing?
He's the strong silent type.
Obviously.
Hi, my name is Jan. Thank you for coming.
Rev, he's talking to you.
I didn't know I was gonna be a part of this.
Absolutely.
That's why you
Again,
haven't been.
I'll bring you back up to speed since birds were watching. You are Qrow, this little purplish, maybe more pinkish tiefling.
Will you send that to me, please, so I have a rough idea?
I can try.
I will do my best to find a spot to get out of this game.
Well, you're hanging out with us now, so I'm gonna come up over and talk to you.
I'm gonna look over, just say hello.
Wait, so is anyone's gonna leave to go see the dragons? What are y'all doing?
Okay. Let's go. Let's go check out some
Yeah.
dragons, guys.
Wait, is Tan done eating?
I guess I am now.
Okay, cool. Okay, we can go.
Y'all finish your meal, full bellies. You guys feel great after having a good night's sleep. As you guys are leaving, you guys get outside the front door and you see 6 hooded figures in these purple robes. I mean, look elegant. One of them has this staff that has a really big opal on the end of it, and he approaches you all, and then he points at Rune. You're to come with me right now.
Uh-oh.
What did you do?
I go over here.
Rune's in trouble.
This is what happens when you don't come to D&D.
Right.
We'll do this.
It's not my fault.
Tanyathil, you recognize them as the Wizards Guild.
Oh.
Interesting. So what did he do to get himself in trouble? So I would like to ask the guy with the big staff why he is taking Rune.
I cannot divulge that information to anyone, but he must come with me.
Okay, well that sounds an awful lot like kidnapping, just saying.
They all grab the man with the big opal, smacks his staff onto the ground, and all the hooded figures disappear, and Rune disappears in a flash of light.
Oh
The hell? Where'd he go?
no. He's gonna be mad at me.
Whose
What
job
the
was it to
hell
babysit
just
Rune this
happened?
week?
I asked Tanithil, what the hell just happened?
Well, it would seem like our traveling companion here has managed to either A, get himself a personal invitation from the magistrate at the Magic Guild, or he has violated some magical law. I don't know. Maybe he set one too many traps, but either way, the only way for us to find out more would be to head on in towards the Dragon Castle area and go ask to speak to that guy. I forget what his name was.
The big staff, the opal guy?
No. That general guy
Oh,
who runs the dragons.
right.
What was his name? Qrow.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember, but we're gonna call him General Tarn.
All right,
Yes.
General Tarm. Okay, yeah, we gotta go talk to General Tarm. So
Tally ho.
I'll go with you.
Let's do it. Hey, this new guy, you want to come with us? We seem to have a spot available. You want to join the crew for the day?
Sure.
But
I'll
wait,
indulge you.
do we have a problem? Did Rune disappear with his token to take the dragon ride? So now we're gonna need one, won't we?
well, we still gotta go into the city.
Okay.
Right. Well, let's
Yeah.
go find out what's going on.
Okay, we'll take Core.
So, you guys came with horses, so you guys can go get your horses. And you guys start galloping towards this tower. And I regret to inform everyone, I did not get a picture for the tower I wanted, so I'll just do my best to describe it. I know, terrible. So as you guys approach, you guys go for not that long, maybe 15, 20 minutes. You guys see this looming tower. It reaches up into the sky, probably 150 yards, just massive. As it scales up, you see these huge perches that where the dragons come in and land in. And as you get closer and closer, you can hear the roars from the dragon, and it's so deep and resounding that you can feel it in your bones.
Oof.
I want to
Okay.
plug it with a stick.
As you get closer, you see that there's a stone gate going across the whole thing, and there's a palisade right in the center.
Let's go get directions to General Tar or whatever his name was.
General Tarm.
Tarn. There you go.
So as you approach the gate, there's a guard over the top, looks at you, goes, "Hey, what business do you have here?"
Well, we're here to talk to General Tarm and seek his audience if he would meet with us.
"One sec, I'll go see if he's available." He scuttles down from the top of the gate, and you come after about maybe 5-6 minutes. Here comes this big human, arms like tree trunks, pretty old. He's got not a super long beard like Lord Bartram had, but decently long. "Hello, Who's calling for me?
Your General Tarm?
That is I.
Well, I am Tanathiel Kirion. These are my traveling companions. And we were sent by some, Duke.
Lord Bertram?
Lord Bertram, yes. We were sent by Lord Bertram. He gave us, and I reach into my pocket and I pull out the dragon coin, and I said, and then I say, and he said that you were to assist us with where we needed to go. And he gave us these coins so that we could take a ride on these dragons to get to where we need to go.
One moment. And he climbs down the gate, and he comes to the palisade, and he reaches through the palisade for the coin.
Ooh.
I would rather be able to stand in front of you before I give you this coin.
How do I know it's not a fake? Hand me the coin or you don't come in. Whether it's fake or real.
Alright. So I hand General Farm the coin.
Sorry, 1 second.
Uh-oh, are we rolling?
No.
Yep.
He grabs the coin and he reaches into his piece of armor, his little pocket right here. He reaches in there, pulls out, looks like a monocle. He brings it to his eye and he starts to inspect the coin. It's indeed a dragon coin from Lord Bartram. And he reaches to the palisade to hand it back to you.
I take my coin back.
And then he yells with this big old bellowing voice, "Raise the gates!" And then the palisade raises, and he looks at you all and goes, "Follow me." And he leads you guys into this huge, humongous tower. As you guys get closer to it, you see how massive it is. It's probably 60, 70 yards circumference. Just massive.
Huge.
And he takes you guys through some of the winding corridors and opens a door to looks to be like an office. An office is kind of a meat term. It's another meeting hall with a decent-sized table for everyone to sit around. And on the back wall, there's just this massive map of all the world. And he sits down at the head of the table. "So how can I help you?"
I was
First
promised
of all, I'd
a
like to know what
dragon.
happened to our traveling companion.
Whatever do you mean?
Dude with the
guy
big
with
staff
the
with the
big
big globe. He took us. Is he here somewhere that we can find out what happened to our friend?
Big staff with a big globe. Big opal?
Yeah, that thing.
That sounds like the Wizards Guild if I've ever heard about them. Or heard of them. We are not associated with them. They're their own entity. They govern the laws of magic, and we're not even associated with them.
Well, how do we find them to find out about our friend?
You guys would have to go to the Black Prism, where the Wizards Guild is held, and that's where he's probably being held and where he's at, and I don't know much details, but that's where I would go if I was looking for him.
Yeah, guys, it sounds like we need to focus on our mission here. Because I imagine that once we are able to take the ride on the dragons here, we can make a little pit stop on the way.
Sounds
And
reasonable.
see what we can find out about our friend.
Yep. Yeah, he ain't here, so let's keep rolling.
So, judging by the description on the coin, looks like you guys are trying to head for a town in Idaho?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. Just so everyone's aware, Black Prism's east, Idaho is west.
Wait, so you're telling me that the supposedly priceless coins are only worth a one-shot trip, and we can't,
Not what I'm saying. I'm saying you guys are talking about making a pit stop halfway or on the way to Idaho.
It'd be a
Exact
roundabout.
direction.
Scenic route.
Are there some rules with the dragon ride, like how long we can use the dragon or how far we go?
Most coins only get you one trip, but this one's got one there and one back.
Interesting. So we get 2 legs of a journey, essentially. And so we would have to find a different way back from Idaho if we use this to go to the Black Prism. And honestly, like, we just kind of met the guy like a couple days ago. I don't want to deal with whatever his problems are over with the Mage Guild.
Bad.
I was hired by Lord Bertram to go do this thing, and so that's what I'm gonna do with my coin. What you guys do with yours?
So, yeah, I agree. I think we need to get this Lord Bertram thing done. Yeah, unfortunately, what happens to Rune, we'll check back after we complete this part of the quest. But, yeah, what are we going to do with this new guy we picked up? Did you want to go along, or are you just going to stay here and hang out and have fun? It's good meeting you.
You know, I like you. I think I'll come along.
Yay!
Got a coin?
In fact, I actually do have one.
How did you get a coin?
Be surprised what falls out of people's pockets when they vanish.
Oh,
Oh.
He reached. Sorry. General Tarn. English is not my language, apparently. General Tarn motions for your coin.
I hand it over to him.
Grabs the magnifying glass. This one's also from Lord Bartram.
Weird. Well, okay, here's my coin.
Here you go.
He ends up
Here's
examining
mine.
every single one and goes, okay, so one trip to Idaho and then one trip back.
Yep.
Sold for 1 coin.
He reaches underneath the table, pulls out this chest that's about yay big, grabs a key from his neck, opens it up, and then he starts handing out these flutes to each and every one of you.
yay! I play flute.
The flute's about yay long, and there's no like holes to manipulate it. It's just made the way it is.
Is this how we call my dragon?
Once you get to your destination, do what you have to do there. Whistle 3 times. The dragon will come to wherever you're at, and will do one of 2 things. If you're in danger, he will come and protect you. If you're ready for your ride back, he'll get you your ride back.
Now, let me ask, if he has to protect me, does that void my ride back?
It does.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, good
Keep that
to
in mind,
know.
guys.
Alright, I've added the item to my backpack. I've added the dragon summoning flute that I have to blow 3 times to summon the dragon once after we get to the destination. Gotcha.
Somebody take notes, because I'll forget.
I added it to mine. We're good.
Okay.
The General
Perfect.
Tarn whistles really loudly, and in comes the squire. Prepare 5 dragons. Go to Idaho, and then he writes down the coordinates on a parchment and hands it to the squire. The squire runs off. The dragons will be ready shortly. And then I'll have a squire come and get you, take you to your dragons, and off to Idaho you go. Is there anything else you need from me?
Well, before you go, if I could bother you for such a simple request, can you point me to the nearest apothecary so I can get some ingredients for something?
We have one inside the tower, but it's military owned. What are you looking for?
I just wanted to see if there was some place around here where we could check out and see if there's any wares for sale that we could get before we go on our flight. Because I imagine flying to Idaho is going to take us a good little bit of time.
About a day.
Yeah.
You'll reach
Mine
there
is like a trip.
one trip. I can supply you with rudimentary things.
All right.
But as
Well,
far as stores, there's not many here. Just the military base and the inn for the most part.
gotcha. All right. Well, appreciate it. And I will. I guess we will just hang out here until our ride's ready.
He looks at everyone.
Can we get a quick top up on our rations and torches, anything we might need that we've used up so far on our journey?
Absolutely. I will prepare rations. They will be on your dragon.
Perfect. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
He rises and he exits the room. Then about 10 to 20 minutes later, you hear a knock on the door and then opens. Same squire. Hello, everyone. The dragons are ready.
Ooh, this is exciting.
I guess we're gonna go ride the dragons.
Yes.
Off with us.
So he takes you to the. Seem like the center because he takes you towards what you think is the center. You guys gotta have like an internal compass, especially those with a good survival skill. And then it's just this huge staircase that winds up and up. And you guys start walking and walking, and it takes forever. It feels like. And then you guys reach the top, and there are 5 dragons in there. There's a pink one, gold one, a black one, a red one, and a green one.
Can I have the pink one, please?
Sure.
Yay! What's the pink
Take the
one's
black.
name?
Slavic.
Slavic the pink. Okay.
I get the green one.
I'll take the red one, I suppose.
I'll take the last one.
There's 2 more. He hasn't picked one.
I said black.
Oh, you said
Everybody
black?
already claimed.
Okay, I didn't hear the black. My bad.
The last one remaining is the gold one.
Yep, the gold one. So you all mount up on your dragons, and the sun's just starting to not hit its peak yet, but it's probably about 10 o'clock-ish. You all get up on these dragons, and these are huge beasts, and to even get on top of them, they have to, like, take a knee almost for you to climb up their arm. And then you get in the saddle, and it's a pretty posh saddle, and after you guys get in, the squire comes up, and he basically ties you down to the saddle.
Oh.
Don't
There's
fall
a
off.
strap. There's a strap that secures your ankles to the saddle. There's one that goes over to secure your knees, and then there is a post in the center for you to grab onto.
Oh.
Is there
Alright.
a backrest?
Nope.
Damn it. Okay.
All right, now
No sleeping.
when she takes off and she lands, you want to grab that knob in the front. You want to hold it for dear life.
Okay.
Okay.
She knows where she's going. Let her do her thing, and hopefully you guys can get the straps on when you guys get back. Cheerio.
We're
Have a good one.
screwed.
And then he makes
Bye.
this gruttle sound that doesn't seem natural, seems weird, and then these dragons just take off and start climbing, and it is hard to hold on to that little knob. It's taken everything's got just to hold on. You get near the top, and you guys are pretty high up in the clouds. You guys have actually went above the clouds. Then they plane out, and they start cruising.
Nice.
Oh.
Hey, I just realized we didn't have to blow our flute to get our dragons. It means we still got 2 uses, right?
No, you get 1 use with the flute.
The
What
flute's
use?
one.
Oh, wait, 2. Okay.
1 use.
One whistle or 3 whistles at one time, and you get 2 options: either
Okay.
save us or bring us home.
Got okay. I thought we had 2 blows. My bad.
No.
That's why you guys taking notes.
If they save us, don't the dragons still have to go home?
Yes.
They don't bring us though.
Why not? I mean, they have to go home anyway.
We don't know that's where the home is.
Good point.
So you guys are riding, and this is such a different experience from riding a horse. This thing's moving, it's very volatile, and it's hard on you. I mean, even with the straps, you guys are having to clinch with your legs a little bit just to make sure you stay upright and you're not getting blown back, and it is very hard. You guys do this for probably 13 hours,
Whoa.
Oh.
just non-stop. The dragons are loving it. I mean, the gold one comes near the black one and makes this really guttural sound to one. He responds, and they're just having a ball talking to each other.
Cool.
You're muted.
Can we steer them at all, or are we just along for the ride?
If you attempt to, they kind of make some minor corrections, but if you try to go too far, they kind of basically say no and they go back on course.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and dive mine around. I'm trying to swerve him, kind of play with him, see if he's got a sense of humor. Gotta have some fun with it.
He kind of sees what you're doing, and then he starts to pull off some crazy stunts.
All
I mean,
right.
barrel rolls and stuff. And
I hope you got good
Hopefully I don't lose-
athletics.
and you take it like a champ. You are like on that knob thing, and you're huddling close to it, and he is taking you through some maneuvers.
This is awesome.
You're crazy.
So after your 13 hours, the dragons land. It takes you guys a while to undo the knots. They're very well tight and done well. But you guys are able to get them off, and it's pitch black, and you're in the middle of the forest.
Oh,
Camp.
light a fire.
Yeah.
So you guys, after you all disembark, the dragons all fly away, and as they're flying away, just the feeling of the beat of their wings is just pushing the air, and it's almost sometimes hard to stand. But you all are able to stay on your feet.
Nice. I wave goodbye. See you soon, buddy. That was fun. Thank you.
I want to use a torch. A tin box. Light the torch. Get that set up so that we can at least see, because it is pitch black. And while I have night vision, I think, or what is it? Oh no, I don't. Do
I
I?
think you have low light.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'd have to look under the abilities tab. Yeah, dark vision. I can see in darkness, shades of gray up to 60 feet, but everyone else can't. So get a torch out going. I hand it to Duel since he likes fire.
All right, what do you all do?
Let's find a campsite, guys, because I am beat. That was a blast, but yeah, we need some food. We need some rest because we are wiped.
Yes, you are very, very exhausted.
I don't
All right.
think we should all sleep at once, though. We should take turns.
What was that?
I think we should take turns and somebody keep watch after what happened last time.
Right?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
Who's making the camp?
Smiley, you want to make the camp with me?
Yes, I'll make the camp.
Okay,
Alright.
so survival's 4.
Because I get a +4 to survival.
You guys make a pretty good camp. Doesn't take much. You guys make whatever kind of campsites you guys can. If you guys need to make a structure, you guys do. You guys make a really good campsite.
Cool.
So while they're making the campsite, I want to scope around, see if there's any kind of critter or something I can hunt real quick. Give us a nice dinner.
You find nothing.
Rations it is, guys. Sorry.
Well, thanks anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoulder past Duel and take a peek for myself because I don't trust him.
You are trying to think what a forest is. like I've never seen that kind of tree before. Is this a forest? I don't think this is a forest, guys.
Who's the noob?
Well, I gather up some sticks from around the area, and then I set them on fire. So we have a little campfire going. I crack open one of my rations, and I start munching on that. Get some food in me before hitting the hay, I suppose.
I think that's a really good idea.
I'm
Is there any
gonna
kind of
eat
water
too.
source around?
Yes, there is. There's you can't really see it, but you can hear it. Probably 30, 40 yards to your west. There's a stream going across.
So yeah, I'm gonna eat some rations. And then as these guys start tucking in, I'm gonna go wash up real quick. I'll be back. I'll take care of guard duty to start.
As you go to wash up, let's see if
You just had to go get clean, didn't you?
you hear this weird like squelching noise. Squelch, 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 squelch. Perfect.
I got a torch with me, right? Because it's
Yep.
low light. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of look back at the guys. Hey guys, I hear something funny. I'm gonna go check out this weird noise. I'll be right back. If I'm not back in 5, come find me, okay? And away I go.
Aye.
No, I'm
Okay.
following him.
All right.
Come on,
So
gang.
You start looking for this thing, whatever's making the noise, and you find it right off the rip. You see this.
Good job.
You know your monsters, and it looks kind of like a black ooze or
Ooh.
slime, however you want to say it, but it seems weird. Something's not right about it.
Okay, so I say we go back to camp. Let's go get Tenethiel and stuff. Let's get somebody who knows this shit better than I do. Let's let them know what we found, and let's deal with this if we need to, or ignore it if we need to. Let's go meet up and merge this information together, see who knows what.
Okay, so I guess you got, when I hear about it, I would do, what would that be? Wouldn't be a history check. What would that check be?
Did you
I-
yell? Did you
7.
yell for them to do, or did you go back to the campsite? Okay,
I went
Uh,
back to him as
did
soon as I
anyone-
found it.
stay with the ooze.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, me and Wildane stayed together. We went back.
Okay. So you go with them to where the ooze was, Tanathiel?
Yes.
Okay, as you guys approach it, do... Did everyone go?
No, I stayed back with Qrow to watch the gear.
Okay. Oh, it's the white screen.
The ooze ate the screen.
So, everyone who goes, you guys see the remnants of the ooze just sinking into the ground. Just the very
Remnants?
last bit.
Can it do that?
Guess so.
Is it
The hell was that?
supposed to do that?
Well, hold on. Let me think for a second. Can I do an investigation check and see if I see any crack or crevice in the ground?
Absolutely. You don't even have to roll for it. You already rolled investigation to even find it. So as you
Oh,
start
okay.
to look at it more, there's no cracks, there's no nothing.
It
That's
just got
weird.
absorbed by the ground.
Tenethiel, what the hell was that, man? You know the shit better than I do.
What would that be? Insight?
Just do
Mm.
Tanathiel.
Okay.
That would be...
Oh, that would be a survival check, wouldn't it? Because that deals with like identifying signs and, or no, or would that be a history? I don't know. You're the DM. You tell me which check it is. That's the one I want to do.
I just want you to do a straight wisdom.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
you think about your black oozes and you're thinking back on it, and you can't think of anything you've read where they've been able to do that.
Yeah, because if it was a black pudding ooze, which is what I initially would have thought, as I'm explaining to Duel here, there would have been some crack or something that it could have squeezed into, because those are amorphous in nature. But I've never seen one just sink into the ground like that. Most odd.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe we'll pass on the wash-up time. Let's just go back to camp. Let's get some rest. And, yeah, we'll figure this shit out when we're a little more awake and alert.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you come back to the camp and tell us what you saw, right?
Ah, that's fucked
So-
up.
If the black ooze sunk into the ground, what's to keep it from coming up right in the camp while we're asleep and stuff?
Good
That's a
point.
question.
Hmm.
I
Sounds
think
like
I'm gonna sleep in a tree tonight.
I was thinking the
Good
same thing.
idea.
Yeah, can I make a hammock?
Do you want to make a hammock?
Yeah, I think while they're sleeping and I'm on guard duty, I'm going to make a hammock, get my ass off the ground, because I don't want to get oozed.
I don't want to get oozed.
I kind of like the tree idea.
You try to
And-
make a hammock and it doesn't work out. You can't get it to support right, and it just keeps falling over.
Okay, well, tell you what. I've got rope. How about I give it a go, and before I hit the hay, I go ahead and I make some basic rope hammocks for everybody here. That way we can all just stay off the ground.
Good call. Thank you, sir.
Most appreciated.
Yes.
Well, don't thank me yet.
He's still rolling.
You were able to make the necessary amount of hammocks.
Thank you.
Let's
You're a
go.
stud. All right. Get some rest, guys. I'll wake you up here in a bit. Who's taking over for me?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, so how you guys doing your ships?
What?
Because you have
What
to
do you
get
mean?
8 consecutive hours of sleep to get full rest.
Right.
So
Well, I don't think anybody's really taken any damage. We just flew the whole time, so a short rest should be fine. No one's cast any spell actions either.
no, but after a certain amount of pushing your body, and especially for flying,
Fatigue.
exactly, you're starting to think about fatigue battling. Hell, HP wise, you'll be fine, but fatigue wise, you may start, depending on what goes on, having issues with that.
All right, well, I got a full set of sleep last night, so how about I just kind of meditate or like go into my my sleep meditation for like, I don't know, 3 hours, and then that way Bill can get his 8 hours, and Wild Angel, or I'm sorry, what's your name?
Kara.
Kira. Yes, that. Kira. You can then just stay asleep and get your 8 hours, because I know you didn't sleep well last night. So, I know Bill didn't either. He kept getting woken up by dragon breathing.
Damn dragons.
Okay, so
Well, wake
You'll
me
get
up
the first
after
horse to
8 and I'll
Tampa.
let you get some sleep.
All right.
Sarah's on his first watch. They do their first watch, and nothing seems to happen. Who do you wake up?
E-
So you go to do your watch, and you're doing your watch, and you hear wolves howling, some gruff in the freaking forest, but nothing comes at you. Your watch seems to go fine.
Awesome. And then I guess when my watch is over, Wild Angel or Kira said she was going to watch. But
I'll wrap it up.
give her a little nudge. Wakey wakey.
Yep.
So during your watch, you 1 sec, let me roll for you.
And while I'm on watch, I have my bow with me.
Makes sense. You don't notice anything. So you're the last watch, right?
Yeah.
So you don't notice anything.
I don't notice anything, huh?
Alright, and then your watch comes and it's daylight.
Woo!
Yay, I'll make breakfast.
Let me guess, we're having rations again, aren't we?
Well, that's what I'm having.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm gonna look around real quick before I start sitting down in the rations. Is there any kind of critters or anything I can capture real quick or hunt real quick?
Negatory.
Okay, well, rations it is.
Now that it's daylight, do I see anything odd?
Absolutely you do. All of a sudden you guys start to hear screaming, like blood curdling screaming, and it is coming from Qrow. You see he got out of his hammock, his feet touched the ground, and then black spikes shot into his feet, and then you see these tendrils coming up his legs.
Oh,
I
shit.
run over and try to grab him and pull him away.
You try to grab him, pull him away, and you just can't seem to yank him out.
I'm gonna help.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and have my Mage Hand help pull.
Mage Hand can only lift up to 5 pounds. That will be
10
not very
pounds.
big. Is it 10 pounds?
10
Okay,
pounds.
10 pounds. Still not very much
No.
in terms
Oh,
of weight.
I'm gonna
sorry,
grab a branch out of the fire, try and put it down on the black things, but not burn him.
Okay, so you do that, and your torch extinguishes.
Oh.
And then a little more time passes, and it goes further up his body, and there's no longer spikes.
I'm gonna yell at them to pull harder.
I'm pulling.
You pull,
Yep.
and as soon as you guys pull, he goes off his feet and goes flying towards wherever direction you guys are pulling.
Is he out of the black?
He is out of the black, but you see him start to convulsate.
Oh no.
Oh.
And then you see his skin start to shrivel,
Oh.
and then out from his nose comes this black ooze, and it goes into the ground and sinks into the ground.
Ooh.
Oh hell.
Is he still
Anastasia?
alive?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
Tanathiel, all of a sudden, you kind of go near him a little bit, and there's no magic radiating from him at all. Before you sensed magic a little bit coming from him, but now you can't.
Oh.
You know, he's dead.
Oh.
That's it.
And that's where we
What
wrap
the
up for
heck?
the night.
What the heck was that?
That's the question for next week.
Apparently so.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Congratulations, guys. We survived another day. Well, most of us did.
The new guy dies. I love it.
It's the
One
life
guy
of a
gets-
one shot.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, shouldn't have wore the red shirt. That's what happens.
Right?
Oh.
So we lost one guy. We don't know what's up with Rune. Still got to figure him out. We lost the new guy. Sorry, came along with us. Maybe you should have stayed back at the village. But hey, it was fun while you were here.
Yeah.
What do you mean you lost me? It's not confirmed yet.
Oh, you're dead as hell.
No, I'm not.
He at least
Remember
lost his
matching
magic.
Tothan?
Ah,
He was fine.
He was
true.
He was ungodly weak, but
He had a scar on his neck, but beyond that. So, no, that definitely wraps up for tonight's show, guys. That was an absolute blast, and I'm loving the adventure. How are you guys liking it?
Oh, I love it. It's fun.
I just got here, so
And
He
I
doesn't
died.
know yet.
I'm biased. I love it.
Yay.
Nice.
Thanks for doing
Let
this,
us know-
Qrow.
Yes. Thank you so much, Qrow. And everybody who's watching this or tuning in, let us know. What do you guys think? And do you have some suggestions you want to share with Qrow? How would you like to have him spin this story a little bit? Because you guys can definitely help DM this entire journey.
Absolutely.
I think it'd be fun.
Ooh.
I would like to not be dead.
Well, it's too late for that.
Yeah, that one's dead. But hey, you know, you could be somebody else. You could be a dragon. You never know.
God, I hope I'm yours. I'm gonna crash you into a wall.
I probably deserve it. But everybody, I hope you guys had a great night. And this has been such an interesting week. And the world is changing right now where we really don't know what's going on. And with the financial situation, with the crypto world, with everything, you know, it's really hard to say. Is this World War III? We don't know, man. But things are getting crazy out there. And there are going to be moments in time when you have the opportunity to either make somebody else's life a little bit better, help them see the light, or they're trapped in the dark, or you yourself are going to be that person trapped in the dark. And I'm hoping some of these tips and tricks and advice we shared tonight helps you get through those hard times. And at any point in time, if you feel alone or you need someone to talk to, hey, jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. You know, let's try and help each other out, because that's what this is all about. And if you have an opportunity, get yourself some ducks. And everywhere you go out there, spread some little ducks around, take some pictures, share them on the Project Duck Depression page. Because you have no idea how much those little tiny ducks can really change people's lives. Makes a world of difference. So,
Indeed.
I want to wish... Indeed, yes. And also, make sure to check out Mega Hash. The new hit just released yesterday called Say. Truly an inspirational and motivational song. I think you guys will love it.
Thank you.
Have a great
Absolutely.
week, everybody. Have a great weekend. I know we're going to the fair
Oh,
on
fun.
Monday, and we're going to watch Kansas in concerts. So have a great week, everybody. We'll tell you all about it next week.
See ya. Have a great one.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Have a good
Thanks, guys.
weekend.
Have a good one.
Bye,
Stay safe.
everybody.
Go touch some grass. We'll catch you next week. Bye, guys.
Boy.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.